This is a lesson on financial maths. We're gonna look at sinking funds. Question paper, sometimes they'll ask you this question. It counts a lot of marks because it has a lot of formulas. So the first thing that we need to understand is, what is a sinking fund? A sinking fund is a fund that a company will make to put money away to buy a very expensive equipment or a vehicle that they would not have money to buy after that particular period. So in this example, they're talking about a truck. Okay, now let's start with the first part. The first part is the vehicle is expected to depreciate at a rate of 24% per annum. I want you to notice something with this question. It doesn't have compounded monthly. So you are not going to divide your interest with 12 and the power with a 12, because they say per annum. It means they're going to give you this percentage once, not every month. So you take your formula sheet, you do the reduced balance. They said reduced balance. The reduced balance formula. So is equals to P into 1 minus I to the power n. So your P is 200,000. 200,000. Count the zeros. If you lose 1 0, you are losing your powers. And then the interest is 24%. So 24%, 24 divided by 100 is going to give you 0.24. And then the number of years. This, they say they're gonna replace this after 5 years. So the number of years is 5. It doesn't have compounded monthly. So we don't divide by 2, we don't multiply by. Divide by 12 and multiply by 2. 5. Then you take your calculator, you punch in the answer. 200,000. 1, 2, 3. Open bracket. 1 minus 0.24 close power 5, and your answer is 50,710.50. After 5 years, that car that was 200,000, the value will be 50,000 now. So this is the first part. You find this they normally say it's a scrap value. The value of the car after 5 years will be that one. That's the first part. Then now you go to the second part. With the second part, you calculate now how much will it cost to buy a new one in 5 years. So let's do the second part. I use the compound interest formula. P is equals to 1 plus I n, right? And then your P is 200,000. Your interest is, oh yes. Now the interest for this one is not the same. This was 24%, and then the increase of the vehicle is 18%. So you have 0.18, and then for how long? It will be 5. Now the interests are not the same. Be careful about that. Then you punch it in your calculator. You have 200,000. 1 plus 0.18 power 5. Right. So you will have after 5 years, this car that was 200,000, it will be 457,000. Okay. So if I want to put money for the new one, how much will I need? You will need, this will be your sinking fund amount. You will need the 407,501 minus the scrap value, because we're going to sell this and reduce the money of buying the new one. So minus 50710.56. Then it means the money that you need in the sinking fund will be 457,551.55 minus 50710.50. Okay, you will need 457,551.55 406,841.05. This is how much you will need after 5 years to buy a new car. Okay. Now let's look at, now you want to know how much will you pay in each month, how much will you put away monthly. Okay, now we're gonna look at that. Now we are gonna look at the last part, the monthly installment paid into the account, right? So for the monthly installment that we'll pay, we are using future value, the grade 12 formulas. The two formulas that we've used, they were grade 11. Now you need to write the grade 12. You get your formula sheet. Let me get mine because I write it wrong. The future value is the one with the F in your formula sheet. You go is equals to X is the installment that you're gonna pay, and then 1 plus I N minus 1 close bracket over I. Sharp. Now the total amount that we are supposed to pay to have at the end, it was 406,841.04. The X is the monthly payment that we want, that we need to calculate now. And then I have a 1 plus the interest for the sinking fund is 15%, but with the sinking fund it's 15% compounded monthly. These two interest didn't have that statement, so the compounded monthly makes us to divide by 12. So we have 0.15 divided by 12, right? Now the N, it's 5 years, but it's compounded monthly because you're gonna pay every month. How many payments are you gonna pay? You're gonna go 5 times 12. So it means you're gonna have 60 payments. Minus 1, close bracket, over the interest is 0.15 divided by 12. Now I am looking for X, right? You're gonna use your calculator. To get rid of this, I will multiply by this both sides. So you're going to use your calculator and multiply by this both sides. If I multiply, it's going to cancel this side, and then it means I'm going to multiply that with that. I'm going to go 406,841.04 multiplied by fraction 0.15 over 12. Then I get 508.513. Right, this side I'm left with that. You remember I multiplied both sides with that. 1 plus 0.15 over 12 power 60 minus 1. I'm missing a bracket here. I need a bracket there. Now I want to leave X, so it means I'm going to divide both sides by this whole fraction, this whole bracket. So what I do, I'll have that, then I will go do fraction. I'll go fraction 508.513. Then I go down, then I do this whole thing. Open bracket 1 plus fraction 0.15 over 12 close bracket power 60 minus 1. Right, I don't need this bracket that I had there when I'm dividing it by here, because the bracket was saying multiply the X, so I don't need it. That is enough. Then I can go equals to, and then my X will be 4,593.20 cents. This is how much they need to put away each month so that they have the 400,000 after 5 years. So you really need to use your calculator wisely. Don't write so many steps because you don't get marks. You get a mark there, you get a mark there, you get a mark there. So all these maths that you do have so many steps, you're wasting time. You will not be getting marks for that. This is the end of our lesson. I just want to recap with the sinking fund. It will have 3 interests. The first interest, you look whether they say compounded monthly or they didn't. If they didn't say compounded monthly, like in this question, you don't divide by 12 and multiply the end by 12. The second one is for the increase. Also, they didn't say compounded monthly in this question, so you don't divide by 12. They only say compounded annual. And then this interest, they did say compounded monthly, so that's why we divided by 12 and multiply the end by 12. So I hope you practice, and please do subscribe. This is the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching.